Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So this is a second video of our series REST countries application. So in the previous video we have created on React application and set up the Tailwind CSS and NextUI for application, and also we have installed the required dependencies. So if you haven't watched that video, I have provided that video link in the description below. You can check out from there. Now in this video we'll see how we can fetch the country data from API and show it to the DOM. So now enough talking, let's start the coding. So first of all, I will open our project in the VS Code window. So for that I will write command code desktop projects and where in the world. It will open the project in the VS Code window. So just wait. Once it opened the application like project in the VS Code window, just open. So first of all, I will run my application. So to run our application, we need to open the terminal. Okay, and in the terminal, I will write command as npm run dev. This command will run our React application in my local environment. So I will copy this link and I will open browser and the URL I will paste that link. Okay, so now you can see it's running and I have one button. Okay, so if you remember, if you have gone through my previous video, you remember like I have created this button just for testing purpose, like whether our NextUI has been successfully set up or not. Okay, so now what I will do, I will fetch the country data from API. Okay, so first of all I will open our page like app.tsx. Okay, and I will create one state like const countries set countries, and this will be equal to use state. Okay, it will come from React and the initial value for this state will be empty array. So like this country's state will hold the country data once I fetch from the API. So and to fetch the country data from API, we need one function. So I will create one function const fetch countries, and this will be a async function. Okay, and inside that function body I will open one try catch block, and the try block I will write const data will be equal to await axios, and this axios will be imported from axios, and that I will write axios dot get, and in the parenthesis I will mention that API URL. So the URL will be https://restcountries.com/v3.1/r, and write set countries to data. Okay, so I will pass data, and in the catch block I will write console.log, and message will be error fetching countries, and I will show the actual error also. Okay, and to call that function we need an use effect hook. So that use effect, okay, which come from React, and it will take one callback function and dependencies list. So inside that callback function body will call our function like fetch countries like this. Okay, so now to show whether I received the countries or not, so I just console the country state like console.log countries. Okay, now I will save it, and now we'll go to our browser window and we'll open the inspect menu. Now if you open, and I will clear the console and refresh it to once you refresh it, you can see that I have got the country data. Okay, so now we have successfully fetched the country data from REST countries API. Now we will show this data to UI. Okay, to show this data, we first remove this button element because we don't need it, and we will create one main element. Okay, like this, and inside that main element, we will create one div, and this div will have the class name as px8. Okay, md colon px16 py4 shadow md flex item center justify between, and we'll pass one more class as min height 10vh, and inside that div we'll create one p tag, and this p tag will have the class name as text3xl and font bold, and we will write the title of our application like where in the world, like this. Now if I go to our application, you can see we have a nice navbar created. Okay, now below this navbar we will show our countries data. So for that we will create another div, and this div will have the class name as px8 md colon px16 py8 and flex call and gap 4, and this div will have one more class name as min h, and this will be a 90vh. Okay, and inside this div will have another div, and this div will have the class name as grid calls 1 md colon grid calls 2 lg colon grid calls 4 and gap 6. Okay, and inside this div we'll write countries dot length greater than 0. If this is the case, then only we will map our countries data like countries dot map country, and this type will be any. Okay, and right, we will return first. We'll create one card, and this card will come from NextUI. Okay, like this. So we'll import it. Okay, make sure this card should import from NextUI. We don't need this button, so we can remove this button. Okay, now it's imported, and we will pass the keep property to this card. Okay, and this key property will have value as country.cca2, like cca2 is the country code, okay, which come from the API. Okay, now inside that card we'll open the card body, and this card body also comes from NextUI, so we'll import it, and this card body will have class name as overflow auto and py2. Okay, and inside this card body will have one div element, and this div element will have the class name as w-full and h-200px, and inside this div will create one image tag, and this image tag will have the class name as w-full, h-full and rounded md, like this. and in the src attribute we will pass the value as country dot flags dot png, and in the alt attribute we'll write country dot flags dot alt. Okay, now we'll save this, and if we go to our browser you can see we are successfully able to show the country data to our UI. Okay, now let's see whether it's responsive or not for the device. So now if I change our layout, or you can say screen size, to mobile device, you can say it's responsive, and we are only able to see one image per row. Okay, now if I change it to a tablet like iPad menu, like you can see it's reflecting or okay making change based on the screen size. Okay, now if I select the iPhone SE, you can see it in the iPhone SE there is no overlapping, and it's like adjusting the screen size according to the width. Okay, so now we need to show the country information below that image or flag. So after this div, okay, we'll create one card header. Okay, and this card header will also come from NextUI. Okay, and this card header will have the class name. Okay, class name will be mt4 px4 and flags call and item start. Okay, and inside that card order, first we'll have one p tag, and this p tag will have the class name as text excel font bold. Okay, and we'll write the content here as country dot common dot name. Sorry, country dot name dot common. I think it should be country dot name dot common. Let's save it and let's see. Okay, now country's name is visual. Now below that country's name we will need to show the population. So for that we will create one div, and this div will have class name as flags call gap 1 and mt4. Okay, and this will have p tag with class name as text gray 500. Okay, and inside that p tag will have one span element, and this span element will have one class name as font bold. Okay, and here I will write population colon space, and I will show the current population to our country. So for that I will write country dot population. Okay, let's save it and let's see. Okay, now you can see it like population is visible to each country. Okay, now below the population I need to show the region and capital. So for that I will copy this p tag and paste 2 more time. Okay, and this population I will change it to region, and this one also I will change it to region, and this will be a capital, and here I will add capital. But here I make one changes. First of all I will check if country dot capital that length, if it is greater than 0, then only show that country dot capital of 0. Let's save it. Okay, I think there's some error. Let's see. Cannot read the property of length. I think for some countries there are no capital properties. So first of all I will do one more thing here. I'll check one more step, like country dot capital. If it is there, okay, then it will check the country dot capital dot length. If the length is greater than 0, then only it will show the countries. capital. So I will save it. Now if I go to our browser, you can see like the flag is visible. Okay, and now we have successfully shown the country details like country name, population, region, and capital. So it's done for this video. Now in this video we have seen how we have fetched the country data from an API sorry, and show it to the DOM. So that is all for this video. In the next video we will add more functionality to our application like theme switcher, search, filter, and pagination. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you liked my presentation skills or tutorial video. If you like this, just hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, just hit that subscribe button also. Okay, and if you have any query or suggestion, you can mention me. And I have also one more thing, I have also provided my social media handle in the description, so you can connect me from there also. Okay, so that's all guys. See you soon in the next video. Till then, bye and happy coding guys.